This is actually a dangerous, dire situation for a city already on the brink. We cannot gamble. We cannot allow a actual communist, a person who is espousing communist ideologies that would make Stalin or Gorbachev blush, blush to become the mayor of the city who literally is responsible for 40% of the American economy. So for you listening in the Midwest, in the West Coast, in the South, don't you think that this does not affect you? Because it does. Your pension funds run through New York City. The stock exchange that controls our economy is in New York City, and every major corporation is in New York City. This is an existential threat to the very fabric of our democracy, of our way of life, and our capitalist society. This is so dangerous, Chanell. I urge people to understand the dangers beneath it that expand throughout the country.
It does affect all of us because New York is such a hub for so many industries that affect our daily lives. That said, it's not up to us. It's up to the voters of New York. So my question to you, as someone who's, very familiar with New York and New Yorkers, were you surprised that someone like Mamdani is selling the siren call and it's resonating with New Yorkers of today?
Well, look, here's that thing, right? Ronald Reagan says it best. Democracy is always one generation away from extinction. And I've said this so many times, and freedom is so fragile. The problem is people are fatigued and they're looking to something different, but this isn't it. And coupled with the fact that we had Cuomo on the ticket, who really eclipsed other candidates' ability to actually raise and rise above the cream. It's just so sad. It's sad that young New Yorkers like myself are identifying with this kind of rhetoric and policy. People in their 30s grew up in New York City like me, with both Mayor Giuliani and Mayor Bloomberg and Governor Pataki. New York was thriving. There's no reason for us to rebuke that. We did so well. It didn't matter where you came from, your walk of life, your background, if you were American, first gen, second gen, it worked. After the math of 9/11, we saw unity in this city. There is no reason that we should be literally going towards a man who called literal Hezbollah and Hamas freedom fighters, a man who could not for himself stand and defend the people's right to exist, such as Jews. This is a dangerous person. This is a person who is built on hate. His entire ideology spans from his Islamic beliefs, which I'm not here to shame Muslims or be bad towards Muslims. That's not the case. Everybody has a right. It's part of our foundational belief in this country, freedom of religious persecution. But the problem here is very central. It's socialism. It's communism. We can't afford it. I reckon to say the following, Chanell, to the Democrats who are listening and will listen to this clip. Please have common sense. Eric Adams, with all his faults, is not a bad mayor. He has tried his best. He has stood up to the former administration and earned himself indictments when he was literally fighting for what was best for New York, when we were inundated with over 200,000 undocumented immigrants flooding our city. Think about that for a second. There could be a coalition, RFK, Trump style, here between Curtis Sliwa and Eric Adams. Eric Adams should appoint Curtis Sliwa today to be deputy mayor of public safety, and Curtis Sliwa should resign and work with Eric Adams. Resign from the race and work with Eric Adams on a coalition to defeat Mamdani, who performed poorly with Jews, performed poorly with white educated women, performed poorly with the blacks and with the Far Eastern Asians. His only stronghold was what? The clusters of South Asians and young liberals.
That said, if you listen to Curtis Sliwa, he sounds just like any optimistic, passionate politician. He's very intent on winning this race, and he says he has a shot. I take it you disagree with that thoroughly.
He said he had a shot in 2021, and he got 28% of the vote, Chanell. This is New York City. It is not the New York City of the early 2000s, unfortunately. we're not electing a Republican. I hate saying it because I'm a Republican. I won in this city. Nicole Malliotakis wins in this city. You have Ina Vernikov, Vicky Palladino, all local Republican elected officials. The problem is just very simple. It's not possible citywide. You have pockets, but not the whole city.